Hey guys, welcome back to Diegesis. My name is Maple.
And I'm Arianna.
And today we are watching Adolescence. We are on episode 2.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and then head on over to our Patreon. We've got full-length watch-alongs as well as early access to future YouTube edits before they go live on our channel.
See, it's stuff like this that's like puts on my list of like reasons why I maybe will not have kids.
Day 3.
Hello.
Mrs. Fenimore.
Yes.
I'm D.I. Bascombe.
We've only just let them all back in, so everyone might be a bit raw.
If we wouldn't have done this for the channel, I would have binged this in a night. I would have been up way too late.
No, me too. I would
Way
say,
too late.
honestly, I'd sit and watch the whole thing, to be honest, because it just is like, it's so good.
It's so good.
There's no reason not to watch all 4.
Everyone's talking about him. I texted him. I didn't hear nothing. Did you?
Oh, and they said they're keeping it pretty under wraps. Oh, okay. No, they're saying they do know he's in like...
Yeah. I think Jamie did it.
Yeah.
He come to your house.
Dad said not to talk to you about him.
Well, I don't want Jamie to be in trouble.
Yeah.
But he killed somebody!
Well, he is, yeah. He fucking killed somebody, literally.
Probably gonna have to come into your class, all right?
This is his kid, okay.
Yeah, and it seems like he gets bullied.
Adam, give me £1.20 now. Let go £1.20 now. Give me £1.20 now.
Leave him alone.
I need £1.20 though, sir.
No, you don't. You don't free dinner.
Then
Yeah.
talk about
Security guards and metal detectors.
Well, that's just standard in America now.
Yeah, Taylor told me we need to open a grief support room.
Security guards and social workers know how he creates.
I just worry about the impact it's going to have on the kids.
They definitely do need to do that. I'm surprised that they're even at school right now.
Well, I think it's like, it's day 3. I think they didn't have school. They said they just came back, so they're a little raw.
I know, but 3 days? Like, I don't know. I'd be like, shut down for a week. You are a rainbow of positivity.
Hey, Jade.
It's got to be like her best friend.
Yeah, that's what I would assume.
I'm D.I. Bascombe. This is D.S. Frank, and this is Mrs. Fenimore. She's from the school. She's gonna keep an eye on things from the school's perspective, give you any support you may want or need, okay? Jade, we're really grateful you agreed to talk to us.
I agreed, did I? And I thought I just got pulled off lunch.
Well, we did try to get you at home, but your mum wasn't sure what time you'd be back, so I'm the lead investigator on Katie's case. We can tell you that we have arrested one suspect, all right?
Yeah, Jamie.
Jade, you were good friends with Katie, that's right, isn't it?
Her best friend. Ask anyone.
Can you tell us about her?
You only got a kid in the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's off if you didn't know. He didn't get your cheekbones, did he?
I don't see what that has to do.
Can you tell me about him? All you need to know is she's dead. She was the best person I knew. That's it.
What was her relationship with boys like, Jade?
You mean with Jamie? She wouldn't go anywhere near him.
Are you saying that she didn't like him because we've got Instagram posts from her that suggest that they were friends?
So you're trying to blame this all on her, is that it? Well, you've got video, everyone knows it. I don't know why I'm talking. Can I go now, lower school?
Bit of politeness.
Well, I really feeling polite today. Can I go now, Miss Lower School?
Mrs. Fenimore. Listen, you can go, Jade. Thank you.
And you guys are meant to be best of the police, are you?
Jade, I'm so sorry. She's very upset. Shall we crack on with the next one?
Does everyone know everything about this case? Huh?
I think people are going to know more than you think all day, so...
That's why I was saying, like, I feel like they should have taken an extended break from school, like, longer.
Hey, everybody
to...
Where's Mr. Mallet? He's lit with Snowgrass on him. Right, this is Detective Inspector Bascombe. He's got something he wants to talk to you all about.
There was a tragic incident that took place the night before last, okay? But we are here today because we still haven't found the murder weapon, all right? I know that sounds very serious and scary, but you guys may have some information that we need. So we're just asking, please come to us.
Mr. Mallet,
I think he has something more.
Must be the police, yeah?
You was for the police. Mr. Mallet.
I'm gonna give Mr. Malik my card. If any of you want to talk, you've got any information, go to
Kid in the
Mr.
front's a
Malik, he'll come to us,
shithead.
all right?
Yeah, we're getting back to the film now. So
If we don't find that knife, he's got a bargaining chip, doesn't he? You know how it goes. And we saw him walk past the school on CCTV. It was dark,
I
I
get
know.
that. I get it.
I taught Katie in year 5. She was so bright, just such a beautiful little girl. You know, she talked a little bit too much, but I really thought she was going to do something with her life.
Yeah, it's a horrible shock for everybody, isn't it?
It's insane being in the police officer's position because they have to take in everybody's emotions while also, like, every emotion that and bit of information is something they have to analyze and take into account.
Keep an eye out for any of the kids that react funny when we're in class. We'll chase them up after school, yeah?
Yeah.
Goes.
Right, that is it. Not another word. Put your pen down. Put your hands down and watch the video.
Would it be all right if we come in? The police would like to talk to the kids.
Mr. Curtis.
Are these like their classes? Like their classmates?
This is D.I. Bascombe and D.S. Frank from Hayward Street Police Station. I'd like to talk to you about what happened to Katie. D.I. Bascombe is also Adam's dad.
Oh, don't put that out there. Oh, why are we sharing that?
I said stop that, Fredo. See me after class. I'm sorry, that's unacceptable.
I don't want to keep you long, all right? We're just here trying to understand what...
Okay, make an orderly line. We'll proceed. Calm me, boys.
Getting everyone out of the school while they're looking for the murder
They
weapon
were very helpful.
because they saw a figure walking by the school late. So everybody's gonna go outside. Dude, I'm telling you, the mom fucking knows something.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No, and some parents are crazy, regardless of whether or not their kids did something or not. Even when they are 100% guilty, they'll come in and do whatever they can.
Listen, Melly, can I have a word? I've been reading your school reports, right? Yeah. Jamie was a good student, yeah?
We'd have to talk out here.
Yeah. I want to know, was there any signs of unhappiness?
I'm just a tutor. I mean,
Well, you're a teacher.
yeah, but I teach history. I don't see him, you know. I don't.
What is his favorite subject?
I wouldn't know, you know.
I don't know, bro.
Impossible. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
He seems hella sketchy to me.
Yeah, also,
why
he
do you
was
come
like
in
coming in, like
late?
fixing his pants, like
Coming in late, and that response right there was weird. And history's his favorite subject. Like, okay, I don't like that.
Oi!
What have you done?
Whoa!
You brought your man here.
Take it to Mrs. Bailey.
Okay, sit up.
She rocked him.
Just got banged by a girl, you sausage.
Oh, he really does suck.
oh yeah, I was like, that kid's a shithead.
Let's talk to Ryan now,
I think he'll be with the nurse now. So it's
I mean, I would.
Perfect.
Oh, I love shows like this. It's terrible, but I'm like, oh, I love it when it just has you all confused. It's my favorite.
Hi, Carla. Can we come in, please? The police would like to talk to Ryan.
It's a bit mad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Think you're gonna have a black eye.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
When I was around your age, I ran into a bus shelter because I wanted a black eye. I know it's crazy. Don't ask. I was probably a bit younger than you, maybe about 9.
Makes you look tough.
Did it work?
Well, I wanted to look like a cowboy.
Oh.
In the end, I ended up losing a tooth and looking like I can't say, but it hurt. It's crazy, you know, what your brain tells you to do when you're a kid. We're getting clearer on the geography of that night, you know? But there's still 3 things that we feel you can help us with.
Okay, Carla, sorry if I go now because
I think you need to stay a little bit longer, mate. Okay?
Okay.
What?
He's
I
weird.
know what Jamie intended
Yeah.
and what do you know what I mean by motivated? Yeah?
Yeah.
So what motivated him to do why he did what he did, right? What did you talk about?
Nothing, really, just hung out.
Would you describe Katie and Jamie as friends? Would you have?
I don't think so. Anyway, can I go now? Because I'm...
We're not finished yet, mate. I've got one more question to ask you, and this is a really important one, right? We still haven't
Take that
found the
tissue.
knife.
He knows something.
He definitely knows something. Because also, why is Jade saying that he killed Katie?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you? Private.
Your kid's getting bullied. I don't know. I would take my kid out of school and put him somewhere else.
Do you want me to come in with you? Or?
Sorry,
Is he all right?
I haven't got a clue.
Which is like, no, he's not all right.
Yeah.
But it's like he's probably dedicating so much time to like other people and kids and...
Is this about that guy in your class, that Fredo guy? Adam, you're freaking me out. What's going on?
Just, he said he wanted to talk to people. Might be able to help you understand.
Adam, is this...
Go, Dad.
I don't want to
You want to go gym
Listen
or
to
work
me.
or something?
I'm here.
The door's right
I'm
there.
here.
Just leave, Dad.
What you do? Have you got information about that? Do you know where that knife is?
It's not going well because you're not getting it.
What am I not getting?
What's happening?
What are you talking about?
Insta. You've been looking at Insta, right? You've seen what she wrote.
Okay.
Looks like she's being nice, right? The dynamite. What do you think that means? It's an exploding red pill. Pills, the blue pills means you see the world as it wants you to.
That's from the
What's
Matrix. You've been watching the Matrix? Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. Carry on.
Matrix. The red pill is like, I see the truth. It's a call to action by the manosphere.
Minus who?
The 80 to 20 rule.
Adam, listen.
He's explaining fucking lingo to you, bro.
80% of women are attracted to 20% of men. You must trick them because you'll never get them in a normal way. 80% of women are cut off for, oh, she's saying you're an incel. That's what they say, you're an incel. You're going to be, a virgin forever. They're agreeing with her.
Ooh.
Okay. It's hard to believe, like, all that from two symbols.
You text hearts, right?
When I don't know what to reply, yeah?
What colour?
Red.
Means love. Purple, horny, yellow. I'm interested. Are you interested? Pink. I'm interested, but not in sex. And it all has a meaning, Dad. Everything has a meaning.
Ooh, I'm out of the loop. I did not know the color of hearts had meanings.
Nah, I be sending some depending on...
I be sending the whole rainbow half the time.
Yeah, just like depending on what color I think my words are.
Yeah, I'm vibing. Not, ooh.
All different emojis, they're saying the same thing.
Okay, so they're bullying him.
Are you saying that Katie was leading this incel stuff? Is that what it is? Yeah, like she was bullying Jamie. Yeah?
Yeah, but he was also posting like naked pictures of women on his Instagram. And what were his comments?
Yeah.
Nobody's addressed what his comments are, like aggressive.
You don't know what he did, Dad. I just thought you needed to know. It was just embarrassing watching you blunder about. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I have been blundering, to be fair. Look, does any of this Instagram stuff affect you?
It's not about me.
I know. But does it, son?
Yeah, I mean, that's tough because I've...
Call me son.
Some... Ooh.
Call other people son. You never call me son.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm on Insta, but I don't post.
And you're okay, yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I mean, not really, but...
He doesn't seem fine.
Listen.
The problem with kids is like, if she's doing that, other girls are probably doing the same thing to like a collective of other boys, you know, like vice versa. And like red pill content is so like...
Hey, thank you.
Big for teen boys. Like they don't even know that they're being like indoctrinated into some weird ass...
Yeah.
Unless you're like his kid where you just kind of don't ever like fall into that category because you're just like, okay, everything's kind of just bullshit. Like I'm not.
We got all that Instagram stuff wrong. Katie was bullying Jamie. Incel stuff, you know what that is.
Involuntary celibate stuff, it's the Andrew Tate shite.
I've heard the boys talking about him.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Positive relationships are possible, people. They are possible, people. No matter who you are.
Do you know what? I honestly, I can't stand it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
because you wanted to come, mate.
And does it look like anyone's learning anything in there to you? Hmm?
Okay, so now you should relate that back to your
Videos in
son.
every class. Mr. Malik just walking in and out when he wants.
That was weird.
And you said it fucking smells.
No, just fucking stink. All skills stink. All kids really need is one thing that makes them feel okay about themselves, mate. That's it.
I do love him very much.
Is he all right?
No.
And that is the longest he's spoken to me in a while, so...
Surely that's a good thing, though.
Sometimes I don't think I'm the right fit for him as a dad.
That's awful to say.
Well, I know you. And I know you can be.
I don't think it was about his son as much as that was about him, though.
No, I know, and that's why I'm saying like that's not a good thing to be saying as a parent.
I think.
Yeah.
Like you should not be.
Yeah.
We're here for our parents. We're here to get answers. It's our job to understand why.
You can't understand why. Do you actually think you can? You've got the video. We know what you did. All the things we've seen, you are not going to know why.
Okay, Mish, look, go back to the station. I'm going to go and talk to Ryan one last time.
Yeah, but you've spoken to Ryan.
I know. He's not saying something. I know there's more.
100%. I agree. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Malik, let's have a word with Ryan.
Second, Ryan, go on.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Ryan!
Nah, kids sus.
That's probable cause.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because why are you running?
Why are you running?
Now you are under suspicion.
Hey! Come here!
How are you letting this kid fucking outrun
Yeah, dude.
you?
Like you're like, come on, man.
Double time. Fucking pick up the pace, dude. He's buff
You're
too.
cheeked up. Like you gotta start doing more cardio. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Where are you going?
Where you going?
The fact that this is one take
is insane.
Still,
Come here.
That was nuts.
He better arrest him.
What
Like,
does the word incel mean to you?
What? When I ask you one question, I want to
serious answer.
All right.
Do you understand? Did you help him get that knife?
No, man.
Cops are coming.
It was my knife.
Oh.
I just found things the way they were.
Where is it?
I don't know. What?
I see.
You're an accessory.
Stop.
Conspiracy to murder you.
Come on,
Did not say anything, but it may harm your defense.
Yeah, he's a he conspired with him on something.
Going out the window was wild. Yeah, see? You need to work on your cardio. You can't just be doing legs, boo.
Yeah, I guess just because you're double cheeked up doesn't mean that you got the speed.
I know, I don't. I hate cardio.
That thing back there is weighing him down.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That was an insane thing for him to do in front of his classmates. And like, does he not have a parent? Like, it doesn't seem like his parents like
did not seem involved.
Like fuck with him at all.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, no, they didn't care. Like, I was like, ooh, I don't love that.
He just needs to cry.
Yeah.
I think for a moment.
Adam. Come here.
I don't want to lift it. I'll take the bus.
I'm hungry.
All right, and I was gonna go and get some chips and a can of Coke. I wanted to know if you wanted to come. All right, it's nearly done now. I'm about to hand it over. I've got some free time. I want to spend it with you. Because I love you.
Yeah, I can be hungry.
I'm kind of glad she got to fucking beat the shit out of that kid before he
got arrested.
Yeah,
That's
before he got
nuts.
arrested. Okay, please just hang on to your sanity. I don't want her to do anything bad to herself. So they doing it with a drone?
I don't know, bro. This is crazy.
Because they could technically drone track or have somebody could be remotely flying the camera the whole time. But that's wild.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it is.
And it's not even that far from the school.
No. That says Miller Plumbing. That's his dad's plumbing place. Oh, man.
The dad's breaking my heart. Like,
Yeah.
the dad's fucking killing me, dude. Well, he's so disconnected. Like, none of them, until, like, the detective's son came in and explained to him, like, you're looking at this, like, wrong. Like, you're not understanding, like, what they're actually saying on Instagram. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know what they're saying online. Ugh. It's like he doesn't know any better. It
I
just
wouldn't know
seems
any
like a lot
better.
of disconnected parent. Yeah, I didn't know the yellow.
I had
pink.
had no idea about the
We don't have to worry about it though, because obviously, like, we're only communicating with people who understand how we communicate.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
true.
like,
Yeah.
There's at no point in time would it ever be like it would have never been appropriate that his dad would understand that without like a
breakdown,
a breakdown or a situation that regarded like or needed explaining.
Yeah.
I mean, even the teachers, they're like, "Oh, I hear them talking about that, but I don't know what that like. I know that name's familiar."
Yeah.
Not them bringing up Andrew Tate. No, for real. Like, I just like the mind is a strange thing. I just have never like felt compelled enough to dedicate myself to like specific topics, I guess.
I need you to elaborate.
Like whether it be like I just would never like stumble across like Andrew Tate and like just religiously consume like that type of material and be like, yeah, okay, like,
well, it's not meant for you.
This is a mentality. No, but that's not necessarily true. You know what I mean? Me as a person, as you know me, who I am, right? Like, obviously, like, no, never would I, no.
Yeah.
But it's even like, but I'm saying like, and that's why I'm saying that is like, I've just never been that type of person. Like, I wouldn't watch, like, even religion, you know?
No, yeah.
Like, I
think...
don't feel like particularly compelled to subscribe to what you're selling me.
Yeah, no, same.
And I'm not taking everything, I think, as an idea, like, because it's all ideas. Like,
yeah,
the idea of an incel, right? And then it's like, okay, so are you claiming, like, you know, to have this issue between children? It's like, so they're you're first of all, you're too fucking young.
Well, that's
to even determine that that's even like the case.
But
because
in reality, though, that's about the time that stuff starts getting
that's what I'm
talked about.
saying. Like, but that's what I'm
It's
saying. It's like that's
crazy.
the issue. And I brought up before they even said it, Andrew Tate. It's like it's evolved into this like. I don't even know. And that's the problem. It's like, maybe
it's like the ideology of it all, right?
It's an idea. It's an ideology. So you're subscribing to this idea that there's a potential like, oh no, like, could I be an incel? Or, oh no, what if a woman doesn't like me? And I think we're also driven off of relation because that's how humans work. Like habitually and like inherently we need relationships in order to survive. Like it is just a mechanism of how we work. And so you get these podcasters who are selling you on an idea that, well, you'll never be good enough for a woman, but also a woman will never be good enough for you.
They're ran through, they're this, they're that, unless they're doing this or doing that. Like, and
then you get this weird complex where instead of you just meeting people for like who they are in that moment and taking like the lessons of just who people are and also like the potential of who you could be as an individual, and you're already putting this blanket perception on that, like you're fucking yourself over and you're also like kind of like fucking other people over. And it's like, you know, and it's not to say like if you genuinely enjoy, I always think of this too, like when people get into weird relationships, right? Or like they want specific things but then they keep trying to be with people who don't
want the same thing as
them. It's like, okay, but there's someone out there who does want the same exact things as you. And like there is someone out there who like 100% like is happy to do the things that like you need in a relationship. And if you can do things for them that they're fine with, then that works for you guys. And like that's all good. But I think the problem is like trying to like you don't need to.
There's already so much pressure being
just a person and a child.
That's true.
And in school.
Middle school age, 13, early like adolescence, like like the title of the show. Like that's already such a hard time to exist. It's like you've got your hormones going everywhere. You
are working at relationships.
You're having your first independent relationships that aren't, you know what I mean? And so when we add in the access that children
and they're creating culture, like and you're seeing that here. It's like children of younger ages, like you're creating culture. You're creating the next step of what's to be culturally acceptable, which is odd to think about. You have a bunch of 13-year-olds that are, how old is somebody like Andrew Tate? How old is that man?
Oh, he's older than me.
He looks like he's like 40. Andrew Tate. Like older. Yeah. Yes, exactly. He's 38 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like to have 13-year-olds listening to a 38-year-old man
like,
who doesn't, who like obviously can't even sustain a normal relationship.
Imagine.
It's like there needs to be a line drawn.
Well, but this is the issue though, right? So like when I'm 13, I'm watching MTV, VH1, like music channel stuff. And like, you know, maybe later down the line in high school, there was like the CW or the WB or something. And that's where we're getting our stuff from.
Yeah,
right?
I was like YouTube, Vine, and TikTok.
And we're like we're the beginning of YouTube. Like, you know what I mean? Like our high school, like I couldn't even imagine how terrible high school would have been had there been more than MySpace.
Yeah,
and
like
Facebook.
I was like my generation was like peak Instagram and peak Twitter.
I don't
Snapchat. Like I guess like I've had everything.
Yeah, and you have to all these things were being developed like as we were aging. Like Instagram came into play when I was like in college. You know what I mean? So it's like Snapchat, last year of college, you know what I mean? And I remember Snapchat getting a lot of us in trouble.
Wow.
When you could still see top friends, that was wild. Woo! That was wild. Anyway, but I was also 23 at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so when you have this access to this material, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not being oh my God, come on brain, censored.
No,
nothing's being censored. It's raw information. It's just there. And you're like, yeah, this man fucks.
No,
like,
yeah. And so like kids wouldn't know any different. So it's like, why aren't we having like people should be having more conversations about like think about the fact that like like I'm the age that I am, like I'm gonna pay attention to the fact that like I get content like that even on my feed too about like women who are like, oh, like, you know, kind of like the counterpart to the incel culture, like where it's like you should only be with a man who's like super rich and you need to marry rich, like only date rich. There should never be 50-50. The man should be taking care of everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you get the counterpart of that where like all in good fun. Like, yeah, I think there's like a certain portion of our culture and society that's just set up with how like the church has done everything and like, you know, like how men have positioned themselves in society that it's like, yeah, okay, like I can see like where that makes sense. But then it's like each side has gone so far that you're literally just taking the vibrancy out of human connection. And I'm so sorry, but I will 100% be questioning you if you are like a 40-year-old woman or a 40-year-old man on the internet trying to tell me how I should be operating my relationships. I'm going to kind of like take that with a large grain of salt.
It's also that, but that's again, your frontal lobe is pretty much developed at this point.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think just inherently,
I think
like
that's that strong sense of justice
as an
coming in
individual. Too. Yeah, I've always kind of just been like, because I don't know if I'm going to subscribe to that. Like, I'll listen. You know, like I'll take in what you're saying. But I'm going to just take it in.
Yeah, I think.
And I'm not going to do anything. Like, I'm not like going to be like, like that's it. Like that's the one. Like, no, like I want I don't know. I just think there's something to being an individual. And I think a lot of people sometimes get stuck in the fact that people don't remember, like a lot of people I think forget that like you get to make decisions.
Well, I mean, but especially at 13, high school, like you are a pack creature.
Yes, exactly.
You like all you want is the last thing you want to be is an individual.
See, like, and I think I never felt that way. Like I had issues in school too, where like I had friends who like later on came back and they were like, "We're really sorry because we basically like bullied you." And every time I was just like, I don't care. Like I'm so my own.
You're very much one of a kind.
Like
You know what I mean?
Like so in my own lane. Like yeah, that sucked, and like I knew you were doing that, but like, and I've just always kind of been like that. Like I'm just like okay.
That's definitely more of it. I'm going to be very honest with you. You're an exception to a rule. You're the outlier here, babe. Because the average, because it's just all you want to do is be in. You just want to be in because it's already hard enough and everything else. Keep in mind, I was never in. I'm not saying, but if I could have just blended in and
but that's where I'm saying it's like that's where I think people like don't allow themselves the opportunity. It's like free yourself from the shackles of what you think you should be doing. Why should anyone tell you who to be? Like no one should tell you who to be.
You're
and
right,
like if you can find a space within you that like, and it's not easy. Like I get that, but it's like if you can find that piece inside of you that's like it's like intuition and heart, you know?
Yeah.
That feeling, like everyone, I have to trust that everyone has that feeling if you stop and pay attention. And if you get moved, sometimes, you know, you're just too close to the crowd.
Too close to the crowd.
You're too close to the crowd.
I mean, I would listen to a TED Talk on that from you, but...
Oh, I could go in.
Oh, I know, girl. I'm being serious. I think you could, because you have a very unique perspective.
But then that's the problem. And I'm not trying to like, also like, but I don't want to be the person to counteract all the bullshit that's going on. Like, I don't know. Like
you also don't want to be the voice of the people.
Because then I become a reverse martyr. But I just think sometimes you guys, you know, like think about like the person you could be, the person that you want to be, and realize that the only thing that's limiting you is your idea about the perception of other people. And I think that's the problem with the incel, whatever fucking culture that they're talking about here. It's like you're having a perception about hypotheticals that haven't
like, happened yet.
May not happen to you. And like, even if they do happen, your perception could be so skewed that they're not even actually happening to you in the context that you think they are. It's just that you need like some time.
Yeah. And
like,
it's also though when you're having this shoved down your throat and you're consuming this content and you are on the pipeline of consuming this content to that's where your belief system is developing. You know what I mean? About 13 is when we like teenager. That's about the time we start creating our own ideas and our own things. Granted, a lot of times those like ideologies are passed on from parents. Now, when we have this third space of places where they're getting all this ideology and stuff, and it's not being filtered through a parental lens. It's not being filtered through a real world. It's like this man on the internet, he's got this many followers, he's got a Lamborghini, he's got
influence.
This, you know, exactly.
It's a celebrity of sorts.
It's influence. You can start having this parasocial relationship. Well, if he says if I do this and I can end up like that, and that is a status for me. That car is freaking cool. Those are the clothes I want.
Yeah.
It does have
and then
pictures with these
because
chicks
Andrew Tate does the whole fucking
the weird classes,
the OnlyFans
the, like
thing.
seminars.
No, he does the OnlyFans thing too, where basically like that, like it's a pipeline into basically like pimping. Like
that's crazy.
No, because what you can do with OnlyFans is that like if I gave somebody my referral link, they start generating money, then I get like 3 to 5% of all of their income for like the lifetime of their account.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't even have to touch anything. So if you start like managing, then you're basically like able like and like it's a dangerous place. And I think like again, I just think about things differently. So like not a lot of people like I hired legal. Like I'm thinking about like what are the laws around like this type of content? Like how does this affect people? In what ways do I need to be like, aware of this scape of media? Yeah. And so it's like, but you get a lot of people where it's like something like OnlyFans can kind of create this area where, I don't know. It kind of can create like a toxic environment.
Oh yeah, no,
it's literally like the Wild West.
Yeah,
like,
it's like there's always going to be a possibility that you might be taken advantage of in that space.
Yes, and so I think like it's like then you create this incel culture, and then you have this like Wild West portion of media everywhere across the board, and then you have a bunch of vulnerable people who are throwing themselves into the space, including children.
You give an algorithm. We saw them doing TikTok tax. That's the craziest part. It's like you like one video. Well, guess what? And now they're going to start giving you more, and you like more, and then you're more, and then you're just in and then you're in an echo chamber.
You are.
You're only watching the stuff. I had to personally take myself off TikTok because I was like, my algorithm knows me too well, and I'm fucking depressed. So let's get out of here. Yeah, I've got to stop because because no matter what,
I find myself I find myself more and more not liking things that like I would find myself agreeing with. Yeah. And instead I'm just like, okay, like I really try to take it in, and then I move on.
Because it does. And that and it doesn't really matter.
Oh, for these poor kids, it like opens up into a bigger conversation.
That's what I'm saying. And it gets so bad
because they don't even know.
If they're not being monitored, like that one kid. Oh, my parents don't really care. Like the kid, he's like, oh, what that is?
Well, then the girl,
like,
her friend, Robin, she's like, I don't have anybody. I don't have anyone else.
Yeah. So all you're getting, all your information for the most part, is this screen in your hand. And without those parental guides or anything, if you're not monitoring that, again, this is what I'm saying. So yeah, you're getting all this influence. Like if I'm an incel, then I'm nothing.
Yeah, and all those kids in the school are on their phone, and they're on their constantly the whole time they were there. Get off the phone, get off your screen, while they're literally just putting them in front of another screen to watch a video. Yeah. They're not even like teaching them anything like contextually. It's just all like, and then you have some teachers who are very obviously like checked out.
That guy. What am I supposed to do with these kids? What do you mean? What are you supposed to do with these kids? That was the most.
Yeah.
In this day and age, here's the thing, guys. In this day and age, we already know how teachers are being treated, how they're being paid, and everything else. Don't go into teaching if your heart's not there. You haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And this is the thing.
That's crazy.
We have a society that's like can be so well connected now, but because of that,
but we're too connected.
We are, but it's like it's advancing too fast that we have older generations that are supposed to be the ones who are caretaking for us and overseeing us until eventually we become older and then have to take care of them, and then are young and vice versa. That it's like the technology is moving so fast, and then you have these fucking billionaires who are running these insane algorithms that a 13-year-old isn't even considering, and a person who's a fucking boomer or older isn't even also considering. And so then you have this like middle ground where like a few people are aware of this algorithm, but nobody's doing anything. Nobody fucking cares that your phone is fucking listening to you, that your device knows to show you more based on, even if you don't like the video.
If you sit on it too long, do you know how many times I've accidentally not realized it was an ad and I would go to get out of it and it takes me into the ad and then I get 17 ads for the same thing.
And that's why I joked
like,
yesterday.
No, I just went out of it. I don't even want to look at this ad.
That's why I joked with Blade when you showed me what's the
Tybo.
Yeah, we watched maybe like 10 commercials of Tybo, and I was like, God, now all of Chad's feed is just going to be Tybo. It's just going to be suggesting Tybo to him.
Yeah.
Like everyone in the house. And
it's
the thing
bad.
is, and then it extends to as far as to your Wi-Fi. So like if all of the kids are on Wi-Fi at school and a bunch of the boys are watching like red pill content, then all the girls are going to see that too, and then maybe they're not going to like it. So then it's going to start suggesting to them like I said, like the complete
other,
counter opposite of that.
It's crazy.
So then you've got this girl
and then you're all living
that boy.
and then you're all living, and that's the craziest part is that you're all living in an altered reality, and it's still not actually reality.
No, because your relationships, and that's what I'm saying, it's so important. Like if they're like, I don't know, it's like, yes, like are incels a thing? I think very much yes, like that could be a thing, but I think that there's like a level of, and that's where it's like for me, like my responsibility working in like the industry that I do, that's why I tell people, like I'm like, would I suggest that everybody goes and works on OnlyFans? No, I think you'd be like absolutely crazy to do that. I think you need, like, I think there should be a way that people are being like more responsible. I think that it's very like normal and human for people. Like the relationships are 100% part of what we do. But I think that there's a lot of things like in production that like do not make sense for like how actual relationships work. Like it's not real. It's not real. None of that's real. And like it's like,
and they're literally getting that at 13 versus when we weren't even having access to it per se until like I couldn't even tell you. I mean, that's the thing. It's like these ideologies, but I'm in the same boat. Like I wouldn't necessarily have attached to anything like that. You know what I mean? But I would have. I did it. But I'll tell you this: Laguna Beach ran what was trendy in my high school for I don't know how long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like
not
that's
quite
why it's concerning.
It's
like
different.
a 38-year-old, like not considering the fact that like majority of your audience.
It's high schoolers and middle and like it, you know, so it's like it's really crazy and to not, and again, you get them young, you got them forever. That's what they say about customers. That's what used to be tobacco's big thing. Get them young. You gotta brand loyalty, baby.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same thing. And especially when what we've seen with social media and podcasts and stuff and what it is doing to the dopamine system in the younger brains who aren't ready to handle, have all that stimulation.
Yeah.
It's not good. So then, I mean, I can just, at the end of this big long rant, I could see how it would snowball to this, to where you end up in a position where it's just like the disconnect, you know?
Yeah.
And that dad, man, and it's just, you just see it on his face, he's like, how did I let this happen?
Well, and I think like part of it too could be like that other kid does not have parental guidance.
It doesn't look like he had very much involvement at all, yeah.
And then for the first boy, what's his name? Jamie?
Jamie is the person
with
that
his
was
dad.
first
With
arrested.
the plumbing. Yeah. Like his parents are married. Like technically, like, you know, it seems, and he has a sister. Like they're all confused about like, although we haven't really heard from the sister. Like, you know,
they didn't think he was capable of it from what we've seen and what we've been
like
shown.
they didn't think he was capable of it, but he does seem like he's smart and he does seem like he is good at taking directions. And so like,
and
if
what is
he
that?
was,
What a play? I mean,
and so between the influence of his friend, the influence of like being told what to do, trying to fit in, the fucking red pill content, taking like violence way too far. Like,
I mean, it's like one of those things.
And he was being bullied on top of that. Like,
it's just a lot. No matter like how, like him being bullied, not right, not correct.
No,
obviously.
never
acceptable. but also stabbing somebody because you're being bullied is also never acceptable.
Never.
So it's like, the Ryan, that's his name, right? Yeah, Ryan, the one who just got picked up.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I gave him the knife. I thought he was just gonna scare her. Just scare her. Why are we going like you're getting bullied, so you're gonna go flash a knife at a girl to stop? Like, if you don't stop bullying me, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like no, like we all collectively do need more therapy.
Yeah, 100%. The show's nuts. I love it.
Like,
and it created this long of a conversation. So
yeah, no, the show's insane. I mean, I just like it brings up something for like just like the actual youth that's like
it's scary. I couldn't even imagine trying, like, to be honest.
It's real.
I couldn't try. I couldn't imagine being in that, like, the dad or like this family, these parents like shoes, because again, if you're just not aware.
Yeah. No,
you know what I mean?
I see it happening.
It's because
like,
there's just that gap. You're right. There's a technological lab that if you're like not where I'm at or younger,
and if you don't know how to like,
how are you? And then, how you can't parent the same way your parents parented.
And when you blur discernment, like if you don't have if you miss the opportunity to teach discernment because there's too much information, it's harder.
Yeah.
It's harder to teach the feeling of discernment to people, where it's like, can you discern this from? And it's happening to older people too with AI. It's like how some people don't understand what AI looks like, and so then they're thinking something's real, and I'm like, no, that's
I know
AI.
it's
like,
coming from both
explain.
ends, and it's honestly, it is. It's like,
and then you have
crazy.
like people like I feel like I'm like a middle portion where I'm like, okay, like you guys are struggling. Obviously, these kids are struggling.
You know, with generations, like there's change and everything else, but this is a different type of change that I think is happening in such a way, in such a space.
So
it's so
much faster,
so much faster, and it's just like
any of us can.
Because how do you navigate that? Because it's always changing. That's the thing. You get, as a person who's older,
it's AI,
or whatever, you
it's
get
a computer.
It's so then you get something down and you understand something, and then literally the next version's out.
Yeah, and so
it's like,
and so you know when reality does meet you and you have a skewed perception, things maybe aren't actually happening the way that you think that they are, or you find yourself in a situation that doesn't match the reality that you thought was going to happen
in your head,
then it's like then you either fuck it up, you're unprepared, or you do something that has a devastating consequence. Like
that's what it is. It's
because
crazy.
you were not actually ever making that decision for yourself. Like someone was manipulating your perception of reality, and you never once got to make a decision for yourself. And so this kid, you know, he's right in saying like, well, I didn't do it. Like, you're right. Like, you in your right mind, without like all of this negative, without all of this influence and skewed perception around you, no normal person would have done that.
I mean,
right. Like no normal person would have done that.
No.
A normal person would not have done that. Now, given that you have all these tools at your hand, you're listening to all of this crazy content online, and then now you have the subset of that, people also listening to the opposite end of that content, you guys creating this like intense culture that's not,
and then it's just middle school bullying.
Yes, that's literally
and
just
it's
happening in middle school, and you could be getting bullied for anything, but it happens to be over this insane topic that has to do with relation.
Even be relatable to you yet, but because it's so prevalent in what you're just seeing,
what you're seeing through the internet, it's like
so sad.
It's creating a culture, and now a kid is dead because of it.
It's so sad for everybody involved. You know what I mean? Like, it's genuinely,
because it's
so
a bigger problem.
Sad. It's a bigger problem.
Because it's a bigger problem than just like these kids are just out of their fucking mind. Like, no, like these kids are being subjected to something that's like influencing the way that they perceive reality. They're not being taught discernment because no one above them understands how to manage or mitigate AI and algorithms and what the fuck's going on. And then you have a bunch of parents who like, honestly, most of the time are just completely absent. And that's why I was saying that's why it was concerning for even his dad to be saying what he said at the wall. And I know you were like, no, I think he's saying that about himself. And I'm like, yeah, that's concerning, because like you have all of these parents who basically are like counting themselves out already because they're like, I just don't think I'm the right dad for him. That's too fucking bad.
Better learn how to be.
That's too fucking bad. The minute you decided to create that life, that's too fucking bad for you, bro. Like, you need to figure it the fuck out. And if not, then unfortunately the consequences that you get of whatever the fuck your child ends up being or doing, like, that is your fault.
Yeah, it was good to see him come back and be like, "Hey, I want to spend time with you." Like, I see that, like, and I'm noticing that, like, I need to spend this time with you. So that was cool because, like, he says that, and then the whole show is just so well done. It feels so rooted in reality. It feels very, the one camera, the camera tracking. Oh my god, it's insane.
No, it has to be, and then to see at the end is a drone.
Like what?
So
That's
they're just
nuts.
like tracking the whole thing.
That's nuts.
Anyway,
it's nuts.
We've been talking for such a long time. That's a long ass discussion, and Chad can choose what to.
He's probably gonna cut a bunch of that out.
Yeah,
but you know, some things. Well, guys, thank you so much for if you made it this far and you hung out with us this conversation. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you on the next one. Okay.
Bye.